My name's Alecia. I'm 23 years old. I live in Dallas, but I grew up in Oklahoma. I do real estate as a job. I enjoy boxing, kickboxing. I like to stay active. So people might think I'm a pageant girl, a cheerleader, but I'm actually one of the world's biggest tomboys. Growing up, I'd go to boxing matches with my dad. I like motorcycles, so I think people are probably going to underestimate me. So growing up, my dad was a boxing promoter, and growing up around boxing, it made me pretty tough. I grew up going to fights. We had some fighters live with us, and it just made me I was a really big daddy's girl growing up. So growing up, my dad always taught me to be a mental giant, and mentally, nobody's going to break me down, no one's going to make me cry, and at the end of the day, especially in this game, I'm not here to make friends. And so you just have to be tougher than them and mentally be a mental giant. Don't underestimate anyone, and don't ever let anyone intimidate you by the way they look. When people come up to me, I'm extremely confrontational. I don't like to be told what to do. I don't like to be bossed around. But when it comes to the game, I'm going to try and play it a little more strategically, because at the end of the day, they can sleep on dirt when I'm sleeping on $1 million. I'm very independent. I like to do things myself. I don't look to other people for the things I need done or the things I want. I'm a doer. I go out and I get the things I want myself. I do the things I want to do, and I make big moves. To prepare for Survivor, I went to training with some of my dad's fighters. I would train every day. I practiced my balance. I learned how to make fire before I came. And I just mentally prepared myself for what I'm about to face in this show, and I'm just ready for the game to start. So I'm doing Survivor because at the end of the day, this is a challenge and this is a game, and I'm here to win it. I see this as something that most people see as a struggle, and most people are going to back down and quit and break down. And at the end of the day, I know I can do this. People might look at me and be like, oh, Malibu Barbie, she's not going to be in here long. But at the end of the day, I'm going to win this game. And I have everything that it takes mentally, physically, and this is something that I know I can do. So that's why I'm here. People might talk crap about me, think I'm high maintenance, all this, but at the end of the day, that's not who I really am. So go ahead and let them underestimate me, and then at the end, when I make the merge and my true colors come out, I'm going to beat every one of them, and they'll see that. I'm going to win this game because it's not always a game you play with your head, but you also play it with your heart, and my mind, my body, everything, I'm just mentally prepared for this, and I'm not going to back down, I'm not going to quit, and I'm not going to be broken by these other contestants, because I'm not here to make friends, and they're not going to hurt my feelings, because if I don't like you, you're not going to hurt my feelings. And I'm gonna act like I like them, try and play nice, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to win. It's extremely hard for me to keep my mouth shut. I even have audacious tattooed in my lip. I'm blunt, I'm opinionated, I'm daring, I'm fearless. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna try my best to keep my composure and keep my cool, because ultimately, I don't want to lose $1 million over being a hothead for 5 seconds. So I have audacious tattooed in my lip. It kind of fits my personality. I'm 100% fearless. Daring, blunt. I got it whenever I was younger, but it suits my personality. So I think my downfall in the game is really going to be controlling my mouth, and I'm going to work really, really hard on not losing my temper, not losing my head, and thinking about mostly the big picture, because I think a lot of people are going to get lost in the moment, and I'm looking at the big picture, and that's ultimately me winning. My dad left me with a quote that he used to tell his fighters, and it's not about the money, it's about the game. And when you win the game, the money follows. So pretty much if I come into this game solely focused on the money and the greed, my mind's going to fixate on that. I'm going into this game focused on the game and what I have to do to win. So of course I want the money, but I'm focused on the challenge as well. Growing up around boxing, I learned you never quit. There'll be a fighter that has his jaw broken, his face bleeding everywhere, and you do not quit. You're in the ring and you might feel like you're dying, but you're not. Just keep fighting. Always, always keep fighting. Never give up. And I've seen fighters with half their faces, just everywhere, and they don't quit. They keep going, and they fight till the end, and that's really played in me. I'm going to be tough in this game. I'm going to fight till the end, and there's no way in hell I'm going to quit. I went to school for a little bit, now I do real estate, but the way my mind works is, at the end of the day, I think the keys to success are ambition and your drive to succeed. You don't always have to do what society tells you and go to school and go in this direction. At the end of the day, you just got to have that drive in you and go in the direction of what you want and what you're passionate about, and that's how my mind is with what I want to do. I'm a doer. I go out, I do it. So I'm a complete adrenaline junkie. I've been bungee jumping in Bali. I've been skydiving. I've jumped off the stratosphere in Las Vegas. I've been face-to-face shark diving in Australia. I've been with 3 giant uncaged tigers in Thailand. And I think when I get back, I'm going to go hang gliding in Rio. So I love an adventure. I love a thrill. I'm fearless. And at the end of the day, what's life if you don't live it?